Hey there, LinkedIn. This is Craig, the owner of Cardinal Communications, and we're going to continue our series today of the traits for success. And today's trait is going to be trust. Trust is the currency that we share amongst each other because without it, we have no ability to have a relationship. You see, whether it's business, personal, platonic, familial, romantic, acquaintance, it doesn't matter. Without trust, no relationship can exist. It's extremely toxic when you have no trust in a relationship. And so a lot of business owners have an issue with trust. They may trust somebody up to a certain extent, or they may not trust anybody at all, thinking they can do everything themselves or that they know best on all topics. And unfortunately, what that leads to is micromanaging. It leads to you getting in your own way. And really, it leads to you not having the highest potential for success that you could have if you would just trust the professionals around you that you have chosen yourself to do a certain job or task. And so I want to take you back in time to 1997. Now, certainly those of you who were around then know this, but if you've read in the history books for my younger folk out there, in the mid-1990s, the NASDAQ was riding the highest it's ever been up to that point, because of the dot-com boom. And technology companies were just making money hand over fists. But do you know which one company was almost going bankrupt and almost actually did go bankrupt? It's a company you're familiar with because it's the only company in all of the history of this planet to ever have $1 trillion market capitalization. That's Apple. Apple almost went bankrupt in the middle of a dot-com boom. Now you can go research as to the reasons why that was. But Steve Jobs came back into Apple and he had to reach out to one of his chief rivals, Bill Gates. They had a very tenuous relationship for a variety of reasons. But he reached out to Bill Gates and said, hey, I need you to give me a $150 million investment. They worked out a deal. And in 1997, Steve Jobs proceeded to embark on a journey that took his company 13 years later to a $1 billion company. And as we've seen recently, it's now a $1 trillion company. Steve Jobs is famous for saying that don't hire smart people and then tell them what to do. In other words, you have to trust them that they're true to what they say, that they are true professionals, and that they're going to get the job done. Now, if they don't get the job done after you've trusted them, axe them and move on. But I think a lot of the reasons why we don't trust people in business is because we don't have the mechanisms in place up front to ensure that we're hiring the right people who are worth our trust and who will propel our business to that next level. And so some ideas that you might want to implement is ensuring that you have them bring a portfolio with them of their previous successes. Check out their references and actually call those people and talk with them and ask them questions. Don't let them just butter your bread. Really get into the nitty-gritty of what did they do that made them a success and maybe why did they leave. You can also do background checks if you really want to, and in some cases it's required by law. You can have multiple interviews. You can go from a junior HR person to talk with them all the way through a panel and then maybe yourself. This is a way to weed out the people who you're not going to be able to trust and who aren't going to cut the mustard when it comes to making your business successful. And so I would encourage you that when you hire a true professional and they are performing the way you want them to perform and you're seeing things happen, back off. Don't micromanage them. Don't take your trust issues from something else that happened and lay it at their feet, because it's only going to hurt you in the long run. You might lose out on a really good professional who can really propel you to the next level, all because you didn't have the trust in them. So if you want to hire a marketing company that you can trust, I'm sure you saw what I did there, you can go to cardinalcomms.com, go over to facebook.com/cardinalcomms, find me on any of the social media networks at Cardinal Communications, give me a call at 706-828-1680, or send me an email at info@cardinalcomms.com. Hope you're having a great Friday, and I'll see you tomorrow for the continuation of this series. Take care, everybody.